Hello, I'm Bunry.
I'm Brad Mower,
And this is
IFXtra.
IFXtra. So, how is everybody this week? We're doing okay? Still going, working? Stuff like that. Have you done anything fun this week for us?
I don't know about that. I just had sort of one of these weeks where I feel like I haven't really made that much progress. Sometimes your to-do list gets a bit overwhelming, and then rather than actually trying to tackle one of the massive things on it, sometimes it's nice just to do a small thing that isn't on your to-do list, but you can kind of complete it and be like, okay, yeah, that's done.
Yeah.
Just as a little thing.
You achieved something, yeah.
Yeah. So small unrequested thing appeared on the website this week, just to get me kind of moving again in terms of actually getting things done off the real list, which is someone had mentioned in passing a while ago that it would be cool if we had a way to. I think the way they sort of phrased it was along the lines of discover hidden gems in the old games in the gallery.
There's a lot of games.
This is quite a lot. I mean, there's like 11 and a half years of stuff in there. Anyway, so what I've done is add in a random game button along with a on this day filter. So this is just on the website at the minute. If people like it, we'll add it to the app as well. But you previously had filters on the gallery, so things like you could just see all games, you could see games that involved you, games that you started, games that you commented on, blah, blah, blah. So there's a new thing there called On This Day, and it will show games which finished on this day in previous years, because I thought that might be interesting. Yeah. It has kind of highlighted that there's a slight date calculation issue on when you're looking at a game and it says how long ago it finished. It's sometimes off by a day or two. It's presumably something to do with leap years, and my maths not accounting for that. I don't know. Anyway, so sometimes it'll show you a game that'll say like finished 5 years, 2 days ago. It did actually finish on the day though. So that's there. That might be fun. Also, there is a random button. It's sort of like like the shuffle kind of button that you see on phones, like the 2 arrows.
Yeah.
I can't do that with this thing on my wrist. If you press that, it will just find a random game for you. Also, there's a button at the bottom of games now. So once you go through a game, if you're like, I want more randomness, you can just press this button and it will jump you into another one. And then you can do it again and again and again and see all kinds of random stuff.
It's very addictive.
Yeah. So we mentioned it on Discord yesterday, and a couple of people are like, okay, yeah, this is cool. I just keep pressing this button and finding random stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's it. I haven't kind of done any major stuff, but I've got a silly little thing done.
That's okay.
One thing I did do last week after all of this video was I sort of randomly did a development stream over on Glimesh on Saturday with no real plan. I just kind of like sat there and poked some stuff, and like a load of people showed up and we started talking about things, and so I was sort of demoing how a few bits and pieces work. It wasn't interference related. It was XFI, this sort of little side project that we've got going that's apparently my weekend project. But so anyway, people found that quite interesting. We got to talk about rogue drones and things as well. So I ended up doing another one on Sunday, and we were talking about interactive streaming and all this and how, and it was quite fun. People seem to like it. So I've said I'm going to try and do more. Allegedly, I'm going to do one later today. I'm not sure yet. It depends, one, if anything comes up IRL, and 2, whether there's time for it after we've done all of this, because it is 10:15 at the moment, and
No.
yeah. Anyway, if you're interested in such things, if you join the Discord, there'll be links to it in there. That's playinterference.com/discord, or you may find me just waffling away on glimesh.tv/breadmower later on, don't feel you're missing anything critical if you don't catch these things. It's mostly just me talking about random stuff and writing a little bit of code. Anyway, there you go. But yeah, that's it for this week, I think,
Okay,
isn't it? Yeah.
right. Now we're going to see who won this week's awards. Pitch for the week this week goes to Misanthropicas for This is a close-up of a frog peeking out from a pink curtain. I just love the way he really shines out of that dark background. Very cute pink curtain, and his eyes are amazing. That's brilliant work. Well done.
My favourite description this week was, "Honey, you did not just try to bathe our gremlin, did you?" by The Unfocused. And I can only feel that there's about to be a very uncomfortable discussion after this. And someone's certainly got some explaining to do. Nice work, The Unfocused.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Misanthropicas for An Ice Cube is on Fire. I always find it really difficult to draw fire, but this is absolutely amazing. And the ice cube as well. Wow, that is wonderful. Well done. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said we should all be more kind in these challenging times. So tell us about some random acts of kindness that you may have experienced or you've heard about or you've done yourself. And we had some really nice answers for this, didn't we?
Yeah.
You should go look at them. So Vice said, for me, simply accepting what one is like and listening without judgment are acts of kindness that mean the world to me and I'm sure to others.
It's very true.
Yeah. The case that I once heard of an Italian tradition of paying for a second coffee. So the next person after you has a free one. That's nice, isn't it? This idea has been broadened into other occasions, like toll booths or bus tickets, or even occasionally losing a not so small coin on the street on purpose. So that's quite nice, isn't it? So someone finds a pound or something on the floor. Yeah. The point is that you don't know anything about the person who will receive the random act of kindness or if they deserve it. You only know they'll probably make them smile. And the thought of that can in turn raise your own happiness. Yeah. And maybe they'll pay it forward as well.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Josie says, love this topic. Excellent. My most recent random acts of kindness happened to me recently when I was clearing snow on the street so my son could park in front. When I heard this beep beep, it was a pickup truck with a snowplow on front. I stepped back onto my sidewalk. He cleared where I was working, looked at me with a smile and carried on. I was like, wow, so nice. That's really nice, isn't it?
It's lovely.
I have myself been in a restaurant and randomly paid for a family's meal and left without them knowing, and other staff too. But being kind doesn't have to cost you anything.
That's true. Yeah.
We've done that a couple of times. I mean, I remember going out somewhere on my birthday. This was like ages ago, like 20 years ago or something. And there were these. I always remember there were these two old guys, and they'd obviously like gone out for lunch, and I got the bar staff to buy dessert. I paid for them to have dessert after I left. Like I said, like, oh yeah, can I like cover their meal? And the bar staff were like, oh no, they weren't like that. But I tell you what, they do have dessert like every week. I was like, okay, cool, whatever they normally have, can I pay for that? I'm kind of remembering we did that somewhere else as well, because there was a family, and like it was a family, and there were a load of kids, but they were they were like the best behaved kids ever.
Oh, yeah.
But also it was because rather than the thing you see a lot these days, which is like, you know, you give all the kids tablets and then they all just sit there, you know, sort of electronic babysitter thing. Like they were actually engaging in them and teaching them stuff, and it was amazing. And I can't for the life of me think where it was.
No, I can't think where it was.
But I paid for a round of desserts for them as well, didn't I? Like there was some like, you know, ice cream factory kind of thing or something like that. So I think we covered them for that, and just got as we were leaving, got the server to say like, hey, you know, just like
free ice cream.
Other people think you're great parents. Keep it up, kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I digress.
Sometimes I just leave it, you know, when you put a pound in the trolley for when you go shopping. Sometimes I leave a pound in so that the next person finds there's actually money in there.
That's quite nice.
They don't have to find one themselves, and you know they can keep it after, which is quite. Magakagaiwu wa. No, how do we say that?
Magakagua?
Magakagua says, good topic. In my former job, the two customers bought small gifts for the customer service staff to show their gratitude. It was nice of them to notice the individuals working there. Tipping isn't part of my culture, which made the gesture even more impactful. You can brighten the day of workers you talk with. If you deal with customer service, they're not mindless robots, believe it or not. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, when you know, you think about the people who are serving you, who don't usually get mentioned.
Yeah, yeah, it's very true.
So yeah, if you've got any more examples, please add them because it's awesome. We like that thread. Okay, now we're going to go and see what we're talking about this week in the forums. What was the last film you watched? Was it any good? The last one I watched was Don't Look Up, which I thought was amazing and totally reflected the times we're in.
If you'd like to chime in with that, then just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pin thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Cool. Now don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night, Zeitgeist. That's 5 rounds with 5 different topics.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night, 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Each round's based on one of the week's drawings from Interference. Bonnery here picks 5 of her favourite drawings, uses them as inspiration for rounds, and then gives us 5 questions on it. So we don't get to find out what the actual drawings and topics are until the night. But do you want to tease us a little bit with the featured artists?
Yeah, this week I have featured artwork from Picnic, Vandale, Orty Rose, Jeff Bedrick, and Heraclium. So quite a few newbies in there.
Yeah.
I think some amazing drawings.
Okay, cool.
Some fascinating topics.
All right, so you'll have to wait till Sunday to find out what the actual drawings and topics are. But what happened last week?
Last week, Darth won the quiz with 202 points, followed by Blue Jay, who had 201. Just one in it. And then third was the whole card with 195.
That was pretty close at the end then. Just a few points between it. I mean, less than a question between it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
On Thursdays, we do Zeitgeist 20, which is 20 questions just on one topic. And last week, we had famous quotes. Guess who won that?
Go on.
The whole card was our expert on quotes. They got 193, followed by Darth with 183, and then Goose was third with 171. So, yeah. Quite an interesting topic.
Yeah, that was good actually, because I thought it was just going to be all, famous quotations, like things people have said. But you also had sort of like a little bit of song lyrics and things like that in there
quotes
as well.
Quotes from films, quotes from books. It was varied.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Cool. Would you like to know what next week's Zeitgeist 20
Yeah, what are we doing on Thursday?
It's about robots.
Robots?
Yeah.
I know a bit about robots.
Oh, good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, robots. I can do that maybe.
Cool.
So, if you'd like to join in with 20 questions about robots and show off what you know, that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. UK over on twitch.tv/interference.
Cool. That's all the news for now. So it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web for free at playinterference.com or just search for Interference in the App Store on your device. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX. We're on Facebook at PlayInterference and Patreon at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building sort of new modes and things, these little spin-off things like XFI, paying server bills, all this kind of stuff, running interactive quizzes and things. We love doing all of this stuff, and we do appreciate your support in order to keep going. Patrons get supporter status and interference, so you get things like replays, the fancy invite system, creating challenge games, that kind of stuff. And if you're a quiz player, you also get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing ever. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.